A 71-year-old woman in Florida, let's call her Eleanor, spent her entire savings on a supplement called GlucoFlush. She was diabetic. She'd seen an online video where a man in a lab coat told her this was the natural cure her doctor wasn't allowed to mention. She believed him. She stopped taking her real medication. 3 months later, her family rushed her to the emergency room with a blood sugar reading of 487. She nearly died. GlucoFlush is real. The FDA has flagged it. The doctor in the video is not real. He's an AI-generated face. And Eleanor is one of millions of people over 50 being targeted by an industry that makes tens of billions of dollars a year selling lies to people looking for hope. I'm going to show you the 7 warning signs that tell you a health product is a scam before it costs you your money, your health, or your life. I'm Dr. Gray. Every week, I break down the silent health risks after 50 in the simplest way possible using real examples and zero medical jargon so you can protect your health without needing a medical degree. Sign 1. The cure: cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, heart disease. These are diseases that the smartest minds in medicine have spent a century trying to solve. We have treatments. We have management protocols. In some cases, we have remission. We do not have cures. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. Walk away. That's the cleanest test on this list. If a product promises to cure, reverse, or completely eliminate a serious chronic disease, the people behind it are deceiving you. The FDA maintains a public database of these fraud products and updates it regularly. Search the product name on the FDA's health fraud page before you spend a dime. Real medicine doesn't promise miracles. It tells you what's likely, what's possible, and what to expect, with all the uncomfortable honesty that comes with treating a real human body. A miracle promise is the first sign you're not dealing with medicine at all. Sign 2. The man in the lab coat who isn't a man. Pull up any one of these scam product pages and you'll usually find a video. A doctor introduces himself. He looks credible. He uses just enough medical terms to sound like he knows what he's talking about. He cares. He wants to help you. He doesn't exist. The newest wave of health scams uses AI-generated faces and AI-generated voices. Computers can now build a realistic-looking person from scratch. Someone who was never born, never went to medical school, and never recorded a real video. Other times it's a real actor reading a script, not a doctor, just a guy who needed work that day. Here's how to check. Take the doctor's name from the video. Search Google with the name plus the words license verification and the state he claims to practice in. Every state has a public medical board database. A practicing physician will be listed there with their training, their specialty, and their license status. If the search returns nothing or only links back to the same shady product page, you're not looking at a doctor. Sign 3. The clock. Real medicine doesn't expire at midnight. A scam page usually has a countdown timer in the corner. Only 4 hours and 12 minutes left to claim this offer. Or a banner across the top, 12 bottles remaining at this price. These are pressure tactics designed to bypass the part of your brain that thinks carefully before spending money. Imagine walking into a real pharmacy and the pharmacist saying you have 8 minutes to buy this medication or the price triples forever. You'd laugh. You'd leave. The fact that the same trick works online is what makes it so profitable. If a product is genuinely worth buying, it doesn't need a clock. Tomorrow's price will be the same as today's. Take a day. Ask your doctor. Come back if you still want it. Sign 4. The vague endorsements. Doctor approved. FDA registered facility. Backed by clinical research. Read those phrases carefully. None of them name a single doctor. None of them cite a single study by title. None of them link to anything you can actually verify. They sound official because they use official-sounding language, but legally they mean almost nothing. FDA-registered facility only confirms the building exists and follows manufacturing rules. It says nothing about whether the FDA has reviewed the product made there. Backed by clinical research usually means the company paid for a small study that was never published anywhere reputable. Doctor approved isn't a regulated term. Anyone can stamp it on a label. Legitimate products name names. Specific studies in specific journals. Specific doctors with verifiable credentials. If you can't find a single source you're allowed to check yourself, that's because the source isn't there. Sign 5. The reviews that all sound the same. Karen, 58, lost 32 pounds. Bob, 64, dropped his blood pressure 40 points. Linda, 72, threw away her insulin. Every review on a scam product page tells the same dramatic transformation story. Every photo shows a glowing person beside a slightly less glowing version of the same person. Every comment ends with an exclamation point. But I'm not done yet. Here's a free test you can do in 30 seconds. Right-click any before and after photo on the page. Choose search image with Google. If that exact face appears on 5 other unrelated websites, a hair growth product, a memory pill, a knee pain cream, that person isn't a customer. They're a stock photo. Or worse, they're a face and AI program generated for someone who has never existed. Real reviews are messy. They mention partial results. They include side effects. They sometimes contradict each other. If every comment on a product page is glowing, glossy, and dramatic, the comments were written by the same person who built the website. Sign 6. The single weird website. Legitimate health products want to be everywhere. Walgreens, CVS, Amazon, the manufacturer's main site, major supplement retailers. The more places a product is sold, the more eyes verify what's actually inside the bottle. Scam products avoid retail because retail demands accountability. Pharmacies test ingredients. Amazon has return policies and fraud detection. So the scam product lives on a single landing page nobody has ever heard of, with a domain name that sounds vaguely medical. No real company information, no physical address you can find, and a customer service email that bounces when you try to write back. When the charges keep recurring on your credit card and you finally try to cancel, the website has been taken down. The phone number is disconnected. The email is dead. The operators have moved on to a new domain and a new product name, and the same pills are being sold all over again under a different label. Sign 7. The price that won't stop dropping. You land on the page, the bottle is $89. You go to close the tab. A pop-up screams, wait, 30% off if you buy now. Now it's $59. You try again. Another pop-up, last chance, buy 3, get 2 free. Now you're paying $89 for 5 bottles. This isn't generosity. It's not a real sale. The price was made up. The discount was made up. The deal is the entire pitch. Compare this to a real medication or supplement from a recognized brand. Walk into a CVS. Look at the price. Walk into a Walgreens across the street. Same price, give or take $1. Check Amazon. Roughly the same. That stability is what real pricing looks like, because the product has actual value and the company isn't desperate to close a sale before you can think. If a price drops 3 times during a single visit to a website, the website is gambling that you'll grab one of the offers before your common sense catches up. How to check before you buy. 3 steps. They take 5 minutes total. They will save you thousands of dollars and possibly your life. 1. Search the product name on the FDA's health fraud database. The link is fda.gov/consumers/health-fraud-scams. If the product is listed there, you have your answer. 2. Show the bottle or a screenshot of the website to your doctor or pharmacist before you order it. They've seen these scams. They'll tell you the truth in 2 minutes. 3. If the product is genuine, you'll find it sold at multiple recognized retailers, major pharmacies, well-known supplement brands, big online stores, at consistent prices across all of them. If it only exists on one weird website with countdown timers and a stranger in a lab coat, you have your answer there too. Eleanor, the woman from Florida, is alive. Her family caught her in time. She lost most of her savings, but she got out with her life. Most people targeted by these scams aren't that lucky. They lose money, they lose months of treatment, and sometimes they lose far more than that. The people running these scams aren't selling supplements, they're selling hope. And they're charging you for it because they know that when you're scared about your health, hope is the one thing you'd pay almost anything for. You don't have to be suspicious of everything. You just have to take 5 minutes before you spend money on a stranger's promise. One search, one conversation with someone you trust. That's all it takes to protect yourself. Be careful out there.